Three Apple TVs. One is $39, one is $199, and one is literally $1,299. Just stop and think about that spread for a second. We are looking at a 33 times price gap between the cheapest basic streaming box and an 8K AI cinema machine. Apple has never done a product lineup like this in their entire history, and frankly, it is completely insane. The real question is not just which one has the best specs. The real question is why on earth Cupertino thinks anyone is going to drop $1,300 on Apple TV, and more importantly, are they right? Let's start at the absolute bottom with the $39 Apple TV Mini. This thing is not trying to be a powerhouse. It is not going to replace your PS5, and it is definitely not going to become a massive smart home server. It is doing exactly one thing, which is attacking cheap streaming sticks right at their core. If you look at the supply chain data recently, Mark Gurman has been hinting heavily that Apple wants a massive push into basic smart home accessibility. But what really solidifies this is a recent report from Makotakara showing that Apple is testing ultra-low-cost housing materials just to hit that sub-$40 price point. That makes this incredibly dangerous to companies like Roku and Amazon. People who usually just grab a cheap stick for Netflix, Disney Plus, and some sports are suddenly going to see an Apple alternative for the exact same price. Why wouldn't you buy into the Apple ecosystem if it barely costs anything? You get the clean interface, the seamless integration with your iPhone, and a remote that does not make you want to throw it against the wall. The hardware is stripped down to the bare minimum. We are talking 64 gigabytes of storage, basic 4K at 60 frames per second, and what we are just going to call 1x baseline processing power. But here is the massive catch. A $39 Apple TV sounds like a steal until you realize what they stripped away to avoid the Apple tax. You are losing heavy AI features, advanced gaming power, and long-term viability. Honestly, I'll believe it when I see it, but buying a bare-bones streamer right before AI completely takes over smart homes feels like a risky move. Are you guys actually willing to buy a stripped-down Apple device just to save $100? Or would you rather pay for the upgrade? Let me know down below, because I think this next model is where things get really interesting. That brings us to the $199 Apple TV Ultra, and this is where Apple stops playing nice. This is more than 5 times the price of the Mini, so you are paying for serious performance. The Ultra is not just for the bedroom TV. It is designed to be the absolute center of your living room. We are looking at storage bumps up to 256 gigabytes, 4K at 120 frames per second, and processing power that easily doubles or triples the Mini. If you track the TSMC 3nm yields that DG Times has been reporting on all quarter, it makes perfect sense. Apple has a massive surplus of binned A-series chips, and shoving them into an Apple TV Ultra prevents thermal throttling while giving you a tiny living room computer. Ming-chi recently detailed that Apple is heavily focusing on internal smart home hubs, and this is the daily driver for that exact vision. Think about what we actually demand from our devices right now. We want something that manages the HomePods, runs Apple Arcade smoothly, triggers complex smart home lighting scenes, and processes on-device voice commands without lagging. The Mini just plays movies. The Ultra actually controls the room. It sits right in that sweet spot where it is expensive enough to feel premium, but not so insanely priced that it feels like a ripoff. It balances speed, gaming capability, and smart home networking perfectly. But the jump to the final model completely breaks the scale, and it is causing massive debates right now. Enter the Apple TV Vision Pro, $1,299. That is not just a high price. That is a completely different universe. You are paying more for this box than you would for a high-end iPhone. At $1,300, this cannot just open apps a little faster or give you a slightly nicer metal remote. It has to fundamentally change how you watch television, and that is where this crazy TSMC of 8K AI cinema comes into play. According to supply chain leaks from Shrimp Apple Pro and backed up by display pipeline analysis from Rossium, Apple is working on real-time hardware-level video upscaling. The ELEC recently corroborated this, noting that Apple is sourcing high-bandwidth memory specifically for a home entertainment processor. So what does 8K AI cinema actually mean for you? It means the box is aggressively analyzing and improving the content frame by frame while it plays. It is calculating brightness, contrast, spatial audio mapping, and HDR processing in real time. It takes dark, muddy scenes and forces them to be crystal clear. It takes heavily compressed streaming files and sharpens them to look like native high bitrate media. It is essentially Apple trying to build a processor that is smarter than the movie itself. The Vision Pro tier is selling complete home theater transformation. But let's be real for a second. Wait, really? How many of you actually own an 8K TV? Most people are completely fine with basic 4K, and most internet connections will absolutely choke on raw 8K streams anyway. You need massive bandwidth, heavy premium speakers, and top-tier HDMI setups to even notice what this box is doing. The Apple TV Vision Pro is an absolute powerhouse, offering 5 times the processing speed of the Mini, huge storage up to 512 gigabytes, and flawless Apple ecosystem networking. But it is a massive trap for the average consumer. Apple is separating the market violently here. Budget buyers take the Mini, power users grab the Ultra, and the massive home theater enthusiasts take the Vision Pro. Apple is making a massive play to completely own everything connected to your television, and they're using 3 completely different strategies to do it. You have to decide if you want a cheap entry, the smart hub, or the absolute bleeding edge of home cinema.